What a moron. Meet Kevin just admitted in a live interview that he lied to the police officer that arrested him for a DUI. This is stupid criminal 101. You don't admit that you lied to a police officer. I cannot believe this guy did something so incredibly stupid. So what I'm about to show you is truly mind-boggling. So if you don't know, Meet Kevin did a live interview with a channel called Echoes from Above last night. Now, Meet Kevin and Echoes claim to have a bunch of beef. After watching this interview, in my opinion, I really believe a lot of the beef, a lot of what they said was made up. I don't think they had a lot of beef. They're joking the entire time. Echoes, unfortunately, did not go very hard on him. He called it a debate. It was mostly an interview. Meet Kevin got to talk about his stock picks for 20 minutes, got to talk about his courses, a bunch of stuff like that. So I would have liked an actual debate where he actually grilled him, but unfortunately that did not happen in this video. Now, if you don't know, Meet Kevin emailed me, said he wanted to come on my channel, do a live debate. I told him, I made it very clear that I was going to grill this guy. And since then, he chickened out. He has not responded to me at all, decided to go on Echo's channel as well and just get a bunch of softball questions. So unfortunately, the interview is about 2.5 hours long. Most of it is just, him pitching his courses and whatnot. There is about 5 minutes. And what I'm going to show you in this brief clip is truly mind-boggling. Now, he admits to lying to the police officer that arrested him for a DUI. And I have to say, I honestly think that Meet Kevin's lawyer is probably pulling her hair out right now. It's insane that he agreed to do this interview, and he did it drunk. That's not an allegation. He says in the video, he's currently in Paris with his wife and family, and he said that he drank before this interview. So he came on the interview drunk, talked about his DUI, which currently has a case on July 28th, trying to get it thrown out, and he admits to drinking before driving that night. Now, this video I have already forwarded to the DA, the district attorney in Florida that is trying the case. Again, that's on July 28th, just a few days from now. I have already forwarded this to her. Now, if she's mildly competent and she uses this video, it's a slam dunk case for her. Like, there's no chance. At the very least, he's going to be in big trouble for admitting to lying to the officer. So I'll cover all of this. I'll show you the video. But this is just blatant. It's a blatant lie, and I can't believe he admitted to this.
Going back to the DUI situation and everything that took place in Florida, what happened with that, and why didn't you guys call an Uber?
Yeah, so first of all, it's very important to remember that it is legal. It is legal to drive under .08. And so, since Florida, we have actually been really, really into using portable breathalyzers because they're phenomenal. And I can realize that, oh my gosh, 99% of the time, I don't exceed this.
All right, so we're getting to the juicy part in just a second, but what's really interesting is Kevin is admitting that he's still drinking and driving. He just takes a breathalyzer everywhere with him to make sure that he's under the limit. And he actually admits to driving a scooter, not an actual car, but he admits to driving a scooter in Paris after drinking right before this interview. So this guy apparently has learned nothing so far.
I'm like 0.03, 0.06. And so some people might say, but Kevin, that's still drinking and driving. And that's true. It is still drinking and driving to be a 0.03 when the limit is 0.08. But it is not illegal. And so what happened in Florida is basically I went out with a group of people who ended up getting drunk. They were plastered. I drank starting at about 5 p.m. and didn't drink until about 10 p.m. Or didn't drive until about 10 p.m. And I believe that my body metabolized enough alcohol between that time and 10 p.m. to where I was fine. I absolutely believe that I was under a 0.08.
Okay, so what he just admitted in this clip is that he lied to the police officer that arrested him. Now, I can't actually show you the DUI footage because obviously he'll have it taken down again. You can actually find it if you know where to look. It is still on the internet. But basically, I'll tell you verbatim what happened. So in the video, the officer has his flashlight and he shines it directly into Kevin's eyes when he's driving the car. He's sitting in the, they're not actually driving, but he's sitting there in the car in the driver's seat. And he looks at him directly and he says, "Have you had anything to drink tonight?" Kevin then says no and shakes his head. He specifically says no. Officer says, "Have you had anything to drink?" He says, "No, I have not," right? He just admitted in this clip, I'll play it again.
I drank starting at about 5 p.m. and didn't drink.
He just admitted that he did have something to drink. He just admitted that he had drinks only 5 hours before driving that vehicle. So that is 100% a lie. He outright lied to that officer. Now, like I said, I've already forwarded this to the DA. I hope she actually uses it, because he's going to be in big trouble. Judges do not like people who lie to officers. And this is, this is proof. This is video proof that he admits to lying to the officer in that DUI arrest. All right, so next up, Meet Kevin actually admits that he knows that he filed a false copyright claim. And unfortunately, they start talking about fair use. They say Meet Kevin claims he can use the video because of fair use, and it's actually not a fair use issue. It's a public domain issue. So we'll get into that in just a second, but take a look at this brief clip.
But that's not in fairness. It's fair use. That's what you have it on your website. Fair use is fair use for a reason. He shouldn't be able to copyright strike the video.
Fair use. So fair use is very nuanced. Fair use says that you are actually taking content that somebody else has created and you're actually elevating it to something new. Our thesis is that we're starring in our own DUI video, so let us post it. We're gonna post it within the next 30 days. So shit, that's our stance. And if somebody disagrees, that's fine. But I don't know how much it makes sense to go back and forth on that, but
Okay, so what he just said, basically, he's trying to make the argument for fair use and how it's his video because he stars in it. So everything is wrong about this statement. First off, you don't get to claim a video because you star in it. The video belongs to Tampa PD, and there's no fair use issue involved in this. Both of these guys got the issue wrong. It's not a fair use issue. It's a public domain issue. This video is public domain, meaning the Florida taxpayers, who are the people, they pay, with their taxes, they pay for the Tampa Police Department. They are the people who own this footage. It belongs to everyone in the state of Florida. It is a public domain video. You cannot issue a copyright claim on a public domain video. And that's basically what he's claiming. I starred in this video, I should get to claim it. And another thing is he doesn't actually star in the video. So the video that I posted was about 15 minutes long, and it shows all the interactions between the officer. I'm not going to tell the officer's name. Let's just call him Officer Bell. But it shows all the interactions between Officer Bell and Meet Kevin. Now, the actual full video that I received from Tampa PD is about 40 minutes long. And in that video, there's a bunch of minutes where the officer is getting stuff out of his vehicle. He's searching the vehicle that Kevin was in, and he's also driving to the actual center where they processed Kevin as well. And for over half the footage, Meet Kevin does not appear on camera. It's on the body cam. It's on the Officer Bell's chest, right? So Officer Bell is actually the star of the video. Meet Kevin is lying. It is from Officer Bell's perspective. It is a public domain video. There is zero right whatsoever that Kevin should be allowed to claim this video. And both these guys don't seem to understand that. They're arguing about fair use. Fair use has nothing to do with it. It's a public domain issue. And that's actually how I got the counterclaim submitted on YouTube. I basically told them this is a public domain video, and they agreed with me. So that is why my counterclaim was successfully submitted. Okay, and finally, Meet Kevin decided to call me a little bitch. I think he called me a little bitch twice in this video. This is just one of them, and I'll briefly respond to this. So, like I said earlier in the video, he reached out to me. He wanted to do a live stream. I told him, I was going to grill him, call him out on everything, and he hasn't responded at all. He completely ran away, went on Echoes. Echoes agreed to go soft on him, and now he's calling me a little bitch because I'm not going to go soft on him. So take a look at this clip.
But I'm actually happy to be here because I don't think you're as bad as some of the other people. I think you and Strongman are pretty similar. You're both pretty smart. Strongman is he's got the whole CPA thing going. He's a brilliant guy, but you've got good criticism. I think sometimes you take it a little far because you purposefully do take some things out of context. But you know what? That's YouTube. Like, I get it. I still respect you. If I didn't respect you, I wouldn't be here. I'm not going to be on Scott's channel. I emailed Scott, but he was being a little bitch about it. So fuck him. So I'm going to come talk to you, man, and you want to ask me anything, you can. And I'm...
All right, so there you go. He's calling me a little bitch because I did not agree to go easy on him if I debated him. I said I'm going to talk about everything, and he just did not respond. win on Echoes because Echoes agreed to go soft on him. And honestly, like I said at the beginning, I really don't think these guys have too much beef. As you can see, Echoes was laughing during this. He's laughing at a bunch of Kevin's jokes throughout of it. I really think a lot of this beef was made up. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of it was made up just to get a bunch of attention. But I will continue to fight this. Like I said, I have emailed this clip to the district attorney of Florida that is trying the case that's happening on July 28th. I really do think that Kevin screwed up, absolutely, admitting that he lied to the police officer in this video. Maybe since Meet Kevin and Echoes are best friends now, Echoes is now hearting all of Meet Kevin's comments on his channel. Maybe Echoes can delete this video for Meet Kevin to cover for his stepsis. I don't know. But personally, I think this looks really bad for Kevin. I cannot believe that he agreed to do this interview drunk.